They said that on a sharp, electric night in Kansas City, something unusual unfolded, a chain of events that would stir the city's nightlife, ripple through the NFL's inner network, and dominate the restless arena of popular culture. Reports told of Taylor Swift, the global superstar renowned for turning ordinary moments into unforgettable memories, being offered a drink unlike any she had experienced before. This did not happen beneath the flash of cameras at a red carpet event or during a glamorous awards ceremony, but instead inside a newly opened steakhouse founded by her fiancé Travis Kelce and his close teammate Patrick Mahomes. The beverage carried a name that immediately caught attention, the Alchemy, and the title alone whispered of secrecy, transformation, and even enchantment. Observers recounted that whatever took place within the walls of 1587 Prime that evening quickly grew into legend across Kansas City, inspiring a storm of conversation online and becoming a tale that began with a single gleaming glass and ended with the city's newest landmark in dining. To understand the depth of the night's meaning, those present explained that one must first grasp what 1587 Prime stood for. It was not simply another upscale restaurant, but the shared vision of two NFL giants, men who had already conquered the sporting world and now were setting their sights on a new domain, aiming to make Kansas City not just a football city, but a center of fine dining, star presence, and cultural buzz. Mahomes and Kelce, no strangers to constant attention, had built a bond that powered the Chiefs to 3 Super Bowl titles, and off the field they had established themselves as entrepreneurs branching into industries from craft beer to media. Yet 1587 Prime, carrying their jersey numbers 15 and 87, carried a weight beyond business. It was personal, a statement of legacy. The opening night was kept quiet, a carefully controlled affair where only family, trusted friends, and those within the closest circle were invited. Guests described the marble staircase, guiding them into a hall reminiscent of scenes pulled from Gatsby's World, golden finishes sparkling, vintage lamps pouring out a soft glow, and an oval bar positioned like the centerpiece of mischief and memories yet to be made. Taylor Swift's entrance, unsurprisingly, drew attention, yet what truly became the spark of the night was the moment she lifted the Alchemy to her lips, the restaurant's signature cocktail prepared specially for her. Accounts described how the glass shimmered in the dim light, its liquid shifting colors each time it tilted, as if alive. While the recipe was never revealed, stories circulated that it included touches of lavender, a spoonful of Kansas City honey, and a rare imported liqueur from France, all finished with a sprinkle of edible gold. What gave it power, people insisted, was not the recipe alone but the way it embodied the atmosphere of the evening, the sense of something new being born that might last for years. Taylor's eyes lit up instantly, her smile widening as she turned toward Travis and whispered a remark that sent him laughing, and soon the entire gathering was buzzing about the mysterious drink. Before long, everyone wanted to taste it, and by night's end the Alchemy had already risen as the symbol of 1587 Prime, the merging of star glamour and warm hospitality. Kansas City had always been proud of its culinary identity, known for barbecue and steak as part of its cultural backbone. But this new venue offered a fresh twist, celebrity mingling with tradition, innovation balancing comfort. Loyal fans of barbecue might have hesitated at first, but curiosity was impossible to suppress, and news raced across social media platforms. Instagram posts, TikTok clips, and Twitter threads spread the word quickly, drawing Swift's fans to Kansas City, eager for a chance to catch sight of her or sip from the same glass, while Chiefs supporters queued up just for the honor of saying they had dined at the bar of their heroes. Within days, the restaurant's reservations were sealed for months ahead. Still, those describing the experience explained that the true magic of 1587 Prime was not confined to food or cocktails, but lived in the air of possibility that filled the space, the feeling that one could bump into a legend, witness the birth of tradition, or simply enjoy the best steak of a lifetime. The partnership between Kelce and Mahomes was hailed as extraordinary, a friendship tested through years of triumphs and hardships at the highest level, giving them a trust rare in the public eye. And though their camaraderie fueled the venture, their approach to business remained grounded and focused. From the start they had demanded quality above all else, bringing in top chefs, sourcing local ingredients of the finest grade, and designing a space meant to secure iconic status. Months were spent adjusting every detail. Mahomes curated the wine cellar personally, filling it with rare vintages visible from the bar, while Kelce immersed himself in the science of steak, learning the art of dry aging and marbling to make each cut memorable. They also dedicated themselves to forming the right team, handpicking each chef, server, and bartender not only for skill but for genuine passion, ensuring the staff moved like a family united in their mission to deliver unforgettable service. Naturally, much of the conversation circled back to Taylor Swift, whose relationship with Kelce drew even greater spotlight onto Kansas City. But reports emphasized that she was not simply a famous partner in attendance. She actively participated in shaping the restaurant, speaking with chefs, sampling creations, and suggesting changes. One story detailed how her fondness for honey-glazed salmon, a dish linked to her childhood in Pennsylvania, earned a permanent place on the menu, with each serving accompanied by a small pot of honey at her request. Yet it was the Alchemy that became most linked to her visits, fans ordering it by name, bartenders experimenting with new versions inspired by her evolving artistry. Some nights it appeared violet and sparkling, other nights a rich red dusted with cinnamon, always different yet always captivating. Observers pointed out that for Kelce and Mahomes, 1587 Prime marked only the beginning of larger ambitions. Their combined ventures had already shaken the craft beer world through Garage Beer, valued at over $200 million after its rapid climb in 2025, while their podcast New Heights secured a major deal with Amazon reportedly worth $100 million, positioning them as powerful voices bridging sports and entertainment. The Steakhouse, however, meant more. It was a place where athletes, musicians, locals, and tourists could converge, where partnerships might form, memories might unfold, and Kansas City could showcase a new side of itself. With each week, the buzz grew louder, celebrities flying in for reservations, critics showering praise on the bone-in ribeye and the decadent truffle mac and cheese, and residents embracing the restaurant as a jewel of their city, blending grit with elegance. Yet Mahomes and Kelce refused to rest, already mapping new menu creations, future events, and even possible expansions beyond Kansas City. Rumors circulated of rooftop experiences, private clubs for members, and Sunday brunches filled with live performances and surprise celebrity appearances. Those who followed the story insisted that 1587 Prime was never just about dining. It was becoming a movement, a testimony to the strength of friendship, the magnetism of fame, and the timeless charm of a perfectly prepared steak. On that original night, as plates were cleared and the skyline twinkled beyond the windows, Taylor Swift was seen lifting the Alchemy once more, toasting Travis, their friends, and the city that had embraced her so warmly. In that moment, it was said to be clear that something rare had begun, that Kansas City had gained a new landmark, the world a new culinary destination, and those fortunate to witness it a memory to treasure forever. So they reminded visitors that when in Kansas City, one should seek the marble staircase and the glowing light of 1587 Prime, order the Alchemy, and sit back to enjoy the magic, for in that town one never knows who may step through the door or what unforgettable story may be written next. Subscribe now.